Hello, I welcome you to this night view of the Volkswagen Atlas Cross Sport. We'll take a quick look at the exterior and talk about this helpful feature. We'll also look in depth at the cockpit, show you the rest of the interior, and finish the video with a little drive to show you how nicely these LED headlights light up the path ahead. Well, I just mentioned the headlights, so let's start there. These are LED, they're very crisp and very bright. As we walk around the vehicle, we'll notice the LED taillights as well, also very crisp and bright. And these even have nice LED license plate lights. I found these cornering lights to be quite useful. If you're not familiar, when you turn the wheels from side to side, they illuminate the direction that you're heading, just like this. And when you turn them back, they turn off. This is just to give you an idea of how well the interior lights up when you open the door. Here's your second row lighting. It's actually better than it looks, and we are in a pretty well lit parking lot, but you could see most anything on the floor here in reality. I don't know how well it's going to show up on the camera. Here's the back end with the hatch open. Really just a couple of incandescent lights here. Doesn't lit it up all that well. I kind of wonder why they didn't do LED lights in the back like they did with the rest of the vehicle. And we're going to take a look at how this interior is lit up at night to give you an idea about that and see how functional it is at night in the dark. So let's get started with the instrument cluster, and you can see here that it's very functional. It's pretty good looking. Gives you lots of information here, and this is customizable to a degree. You're able to choose which views you want to see, or what things you want to put in there, put in that center section. You're also able to change your views to go with more of a traditional speedometer and tach look, or a very clean look with minimal information, minimal distractions. This is what I've been using as I've been driving this vehicle. It works out pretty well. Some of this is actually, the settings are controlled through the infotainment screen, and we'll take a look at that here. This is the infotainment screen. It comes with the swiping feature, which is kind of interesting. But if we go into the car menu here, you can make selections for your digital cockpit and select a different number of views. That's view number 1. View number 2, you can see what changed there. This is the classic view. I have view 1 selected, and I actually was able to customize some things. You basically swipe up and down, and you can control what's in these boxes off to the sides. So you'll see I go from economy to acceleration to audio and back to economy again, and the same thing is true for the other side. You can put different things on either side. Lots of information here. To the left of the steering wheel here, we have your light switch for your headlights. On the door, your door locks next to the handle, your window switches. Moving to the steering wheel, the left side has your volume controls for your audio system, and then the rest is basically cruise control stuff. The right side, we have all these buttons that control your driver instrument cluster, as well as track skip buttons for the audio system. Down below we have the climate controls, which are very simple, very easy to use. And way down inside here we got a couple of USB-Cs. There's wireless charging on this model. And here is your shifter with your drive mode selector, your parking brake, parking sensor button, and your engine start stop button. I don't really like that down here. A lot of cars have it up next to the steering wheel. I like that better. I guess I'm just used to that, but it's kind of a weird place for it. And up here we have the controls for your interior lighting, and LED lights inside. Oops, excuse me. LED lights inside. You can see it lights up the interior quite nicely. This also comes with ambient lighting in the footwells. You can see my foot moving around there. And that's controlled in the infotainment screen here. It's kind of an interesting transition there to kind of flip over. But we go into lights, and we have ambient footwell ambient lighting, and you'll be able to see it hopefully on my camera here disappear and come back up. It's kind of nice to have. It's a premium option or an add-on for a lot of these models. Yeah, there's also information in the infotainment screen about your driving and yeah, your basic stuff, different apps, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay or wireless in this thing. That's been really handy to use. Well, I say it's time we go for a ride. My driving impressions of this at night, it's a great car for driving at night. It's got good visibility. The headlights are really pretty good. They're nice and bright. They're LEDs, and the instrument cluster is easy to read. It's not overly bright, and having this footwell lighting is pretty nice. It's an all black interior, so it definitely feels less claustrophobic in here. For my overall impressions of the vehicle, I'll be doing a video that you can check out on the Atlas. It'll be during the daytime. I'll give you some more of my thoughts on the driving experience. But as far as the nighttime goes, it's pretty nice. Overall, I'm a fan of this vehicle, but to get my full opinion on it, check out my full review. There's a link at the end of the video. Well, I'm thankful you were able to join me, and I encourage you to comment if I can answer any further questions. Thanks for watching.